Greetings and salutations. In today's video, we'll be focusing on the triangular-based prisms. Okay, we're given this question. Find the volume and surface area of the given shape, okay? With these two formulas given to us, the volume is the area of the base and length, of a triangle. But the surface area is the area of all individual sides. What I mean by that is that you will have to put this prism into a net form. If you do not know how a triangular prism looks as a net, continue watching this video. Another thing to add is how to find the area of a triangle. So to find the area of a triangle is base over height divided by 2. Okay, let's find out the volume first, okay? So we are given the perpendicular height. So firstly, the height is the perpendicular. The base is equal to 24 centimeters right here. As labeled, this is the base. So in order for us to be able to continue on and figure out the area of this triangle, we have to specifically go into the trigonometry formula, which I have discussed in one of my earlier videos, which is the Pythagoras theorem. What is the Pythagoras theorem? The Pythagoras theorem is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. What is c? C is always the hypotenuse. If we were to look into this triangle specifically, this is 24 centimeters, this is 15. Correct? One thing is that you can never ever assume that a triangle has a right angle. So with this triangle, okay, 24 centimeters, 15, okay? If we were to split this in half directly, use a ruler, guys. If we were to split this directly in half, it would look somewhat like this, and this would determine of a right angle. So by splitting this in half, obviously the base is half, so this would be 12 centimeters, and then this would be 15 centimeters. Our unknown angle is this one. What is this angle? I'm going to label this angle as A, okay? We don't know what the value of A is. What is the hypotenuse of this angle? It is directly across. It is 15. This is the hypotenuse. Okay, our hypotenuse is 15, so we will put 15 squared is equal to A. We don't know the value of A, so we'll just leave it as A squared, plus B, I'll just label 12 as B, so this will be 12 squared. 15 squared gives us 225, is equal to A squared, plus 12 squared is 144. I'm going to manipulate this now to find the value of A. So I'm going to put this 144 to the other side, and when I do, this will become minus 144. Okay, is equal to A squared. Now, in order to get rid of A being raised to the power of 2, I will have to put these two taken away is 81. I will have to put this into the square root form. So 81 is equal to A squared, and the square root of 81 is 9. So 9 is the value of A. So this is the value 9. Now that we figured out all sides of this triangle, half the triangle, please do note, now we can find the area of the base, okay? Now by finding the area of the base, it is base and height, base multiplied by height divided by 2. And this may look familiar as half multiplied by base multiplied by height, but since this is basically half multiplied by base and height, you can just, which is basically over 1, then you can, if you multiply this out, this would be 2, and this would be base over height. That's just how I like to do it, really just simplifies it. What is the base? The base is 24. Remember, we're trying to figure this out. All this with the trigonometry, the reason why I did this is to find the height of this, because we cannot rely that this is the height, because this is at a slanted height. Just because this side is 15 does not mean that if we were to put this straight, does not mean it will be 15, okay? We can never make assumptions, okay? So by finding the half of this triangle straight across, I have found the height, which is 9, by using the Pythagoras theorem, if that makes sense, okay? Brilliant. Now the base is 24. Now our height is 9, perfect, all over 2, which gives us 108. Don't forget our units, centimeters squared, okay? Remember, this is the area, okay? Now we have to find the volume of the prism because now we have the area of the base. Now we just have to add on the length, okay? And the length of this prism is 43. So to find our volume, all we need to do is just put 108 centimeters squared multiplied by 43 centimeters is 4,644. Quick quiz, what is the unit for volume? The unit of volume is centimeters, or meters, doesn't matter, cubed, okay? Now we have found the volume. We have found the volume of this prism. Now we have to find the surface area. How do we find the surface area? We need to use our net. To find the surface area, I would very recommend for you to actually draw this out. Just do a quick, very quick sketch. We just need to do a little bit of a prism, and the net of the prism, just to give just to give us a slight idea on how it would look like. Roughly, it would look like this, okay? So we know that along here, this is 43 centimeters. This is 43 centimeters. I know I should be putting in my units, but you know. I'll label this side as A, this side is B, and this side is A as well, because these two sides, they're the exact same, okay? We figured out the value of these two triangles. This is 15. I'm just putting in the sides just to remind us. And then this is 24, okay? Now, we have to find out the surface area. In order to do so, we need to find out the area of everything. We have to individually find out the sides, like all the 2D shapes within the net of this prism in order to find our surface area, okay? If that makes sense. So, firstly, to find area of A, we would have to do length by width, okay? Length by width, which is 43 centimeters. Length by width is 15. Oops, I forgot to put that. 15 centimeters multiplied by 15 centimeters, which gives us 645 centimeters squared, okay? Remember, we're dealing with area, so it's squared. It is not cubed. So then we have to find the area of B. And remember, when we're finding the area of A, we have to multiply this twice, okay? Because there's two sides. We have to do length by width as well. So our length is 43 centimeters multiplied by 24 centimeters, okay? It's different for B, all right? So that's 24 centimeters, which is equal to 1,032 centimeters squared, all right? Now, to find the surface area, is the total area. So this is the total area that we have calculated of the 2D shapes. So all in this net of the 2D shapes. Yes, of the 2D shapes. So that would be 645. Now we have to double that because there's two sides of the A, right? So 645 multiplied by 645. Multiplied by B, there's only one length that I've labeled as B, so that will be 1,032. Multiplied by our triangles, we have already found the value of that. What is the area of our base? We've already figured that out. It is 108, okay? So then we just have to do that as multiply it by 108 twice, because remember there is two triangles. And after you putting this into your calculator, this would equal to 2,538 centimeters squared. Now that is that. Thank you for watching.